Hi, my name is Tamika. I'm here at BBA and I will be performing the Virgin Highlight application. First thing you want to do is you want to sanitize your hands. After you have sanitized your hands, then you actually place your gloves on. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take out my hair clip. Once I take out my hair clip, I'm going to actually put it in the items to be disinfected bag. Then I'm going to sanitize. All right, so I'm going to part out my first section. It's going to be about I'm going about 1 inch deep in. When you're doing your foiling section, you can either slice or weave. So I'm going to actually do a weaving technique. So my preference is to do weaving. So I'm going to actually weave on the top of this section here. Make sure when you're weaving that you're not going deep in. Some people, when they do the weaving technique, they actually go a little bit deeper into the mannequin's part. So this is going to be my section here. I'm going to take my foil. And in the instructions, it says start from the top of the section. So when I go to get my product out, I'm going to start from the top. And the reason why you should start from the top is because it actually helps you so that your product can stick to the hair and the foil can stay in place. I'm actually going to fold my foil twice so that it stays out of the client's eyes. Usually I would fold it once, but for this we want to make sure it's not in her, covering up her face. So I'm actually going to fold it twice. And then I'm going to secure my ends. And also her hair that is underneath the bottom, I'm keeping it to the side so that it's not in her face. I'm going to go ahead and start on my second section. I'm going to part out another 1 inch subsection. Once I have parted out that subsection, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do my weaving technique at the top. The hair that's underneath, I'm actually going to lay it to the side so that it's not in the client's face. I'm going to place my foil on the comb just so it can be able to help me so that I can have a more sturdier foundation. I'm going to place that right there. Starting from the top, I'm going to go ahead and apply my product. I'm going to hold the foil. I'm going to fold it twice. You want to keep the foil out of your client's face. And so we're doing 4 total. So I have 2 more. Now when you're doing this, you want to just make sure that when you're picking which one you do, you can slice, you can weave. You can slice on one and weave on the other. Just as long as you're keeping your product controlled, you want to make sure that you don't have the cholesterol or your stimulated product to start bleeding or get messy onto the other hair that is not in the foil. So I'm actually moving my comb out of the way. Once I have control over that section, then I no longer need the comb. All right. I'm going to sanitize my hands, and then I'm going to step back to indicate that I have finished. And this concludes the Virgin Highlighting section of the Georgia Cosmetology State Board exam.